to my channel. My name is Victoria. I'm in an extremely confusing mood, but we're just gonna go with it, okay? So, I'm kind of tired, but I wanted to say first, thank you so much for my first 100 subscribers. Yay! Cheers, applause. Thank you so much. Really, I didn't think. I cried. I insert the video here of me finding out that I had 100 subscribers. So, I just got a notification. Most people think, oh, it's not a huge deal, but this making videos, I enjoy it so much and I love doing it so much. And just to think like, oh, 5 people think it's cool, 4 people think it's cool, 100 people liked it enough to be like, I'ma stick around. That's an amazing feeling. So thank you so much for sticking around. I hope that you stick around even longer. And I also hope that you share this video with your friends so that we can grow as whatever the hell this is. And yeah, so let's get started. Welcome to Victoria Television. I am just all over the place. I do this thing on my channel. I do a couple of things on my channel, actually. I do reactions. There's a playlist for it. I do weight loss videos, which I will probably be filming one of those tonight as well. I talk about bariatric surgery, the reality of it, how I can help people. If you have questions, if you're worried about it, I can help with that. And then I also do this thing, 2 things, a split thing. It's a little much, it's a little confusing. I do r/am I the a-holes, where I just read the story, I talk about it, I make the determination of if this person is an a-hole in my honest opinion. And sometimes I also talk about while I do my makeup, and clearly I'm not wearing makeup and that's a big no-no. So we're gonna do that one, and that is called a Get Reddit with Me, where I get ready while I read Reddits. I'm clever. So let us begin. Reading Rainbow. All right, so today we have a story of this man asking, am I the a-hole for speaking over my girlfriend's Zoom call with her boss to say she's lying about drugs? Oh shit. When she is studying to be a social worker with addictions. Ooh, yikes. Okay. Let me prime my eyes, because my face is, you can't tell, but it's primed already. Let me prime my eyes and stuff, and we'll be right back. I'm back. My eyes are over primed because I don't know what I'm doing, okay? I don't know what I'm doing. Quite literally, today's video is sponsored by me not having a clue what I'm gonna do on my face because I don't plan things well. I never have. So, our Reddit user, we have a typical boyfriend-girlfriend situation here where he lives with her and bullshit just ensues. It says, his girlfriend is studying to get a master's in social work. Ooh, we are going in strong, Victoria. Hopefully you can figure this shit out. This already looks like a mistake. Already looks like a mistake because I went in real strong. I have no idea what I'm doing. So she's getting her master's in social work and she's already done some work in addictions. So that's what she wants her job to be in post-graduation. And she's done drugs before, as the best of them have, as the best of a lot of people have. And he's seen it. He claims no judgment, but he's also seen her do drugs. And he knows she's done drugs, not only because he's seen it, but because like he did the drugs with her, like he was there. And she is in this call with her, I presume, boss? What is it? Her supervisor. Her supervisor? Sorry, this man is dumb. I hope she breaks up with you. Sorry. I'm already invested. Okay. So she's on this call with her supervisor. And he couldn't see the screen, which makes it even worse because he has no idea who she was talking to. She doesn't use headphones, which that's her mistake because your boyfriend is clearly 12 and doesn't know how to be an adult. So they're talking about psychedelic usage in their town. And they asked the girlfriend, so they're asking her a bunch of questions. She's like, oh, that's interesting. I don't know about that. I wouldn't know anything about that. I don't know nothing about that. I plead the 5th, judge, as you do, right? Boyfriend's annoying. So he starts laughing, of course, because he knows she's lying. He knows she's lying because they do it together. Once again, they do it casually together. And she's motioning him like, shut up, be quiet. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with y'all real quick. Typically speaking, I pre-read stories. I pre-read them so that I know, like, generally speaking, what I'm talking about. But I've had like a busy-ish week, so I didn't pre-read this one. I'm glad I didn't because oh my god, this man, girl, break up with him. Okay, basically, he knows she's lying, as we all do now because I've repeated it like 7,000 times. So he knows she's lying, and rather than being a normal person and being like, oh, lol, like I can hear you lying, it's kind of funny, like afterwards, because you don't want her to not succeed, you dumbass. Um, he's like laughing at her, and then while she's answering a bunch of questions, he determines that he feels as though her pretending that she has never done drugs is, quote, unethical overall, because he made that decision on his own, as you do. He made that decision on his own. And rather than being a normal person and saying, hey, lol, that was really funny. I say lol out loud because I'm 12. Hey, like that was really funny, but like you probably should keep lying and say you didn't do drugs or something along those lines. After she got off the call, he goes up to her and says, what do you want me to do with the shrooms we have left over? What do you want me to do with the shrooms we have left over? Hmm. Hmm. Um. Hmm. I'd knock the shit out of him right then and there on camera. I would have. You have to. You have to. And here's why you have to. This man has no sense at all. What the fuck? Like, you have. Like, are you 12? What's wrong? Not even 12. Are you 6? What is wrong with you? But okay. So let me finish the story so I can let me finish the story. She left the meeting. She curses him out. Then she went back in and started making excuses. Like she's probably trying to say like, oh, he's so funny. Like my boyfriend is so funny. Like he thought it was a joke, right? So he wants to know which one of them is the a-hole. Is it him or her? Now my sister, one of them, believes that these stories are made up. Made up or not, this is a damn good story, right? And here's why. This is a perfect example of what not to fucking tolerate. Let's just prove a point here. First things first. Before I get too deep into the discussion of drugs or even anything like that, let's just talk about the dynamics of this relationship. Because, dear God, girl, what are you doing with this man child? Like, duh, y'all do drugs together. Cool. A lot of people do. And a lot of people are very, very cool about it. But you're the type of person to snitch on deck. You're the type of person they could not have around when doing said things because you're the dumbass that'll be like, yes, officer, there is a weed in the car. How did you know? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? And then on top of that, you possibly put her career on the line for a joke? Oh my God. Like, girl, listen, I pray truly that if this is real, that she sees this video because you need to leave him. You need to leave him because he is a waste of your time and he's probably also a waste of space. So, okay, she's on the Zoom call and rather than being a normal person and leaving the room, why didn't he leave? Because I can't stand to be in the room when somebody's on a Zoom call, especially not a professional one. Why exactly? Why exactly are you in the room with her while she's at the Zoom call? Let's start there. Because you clearly, you know yourself well enough to know that you should not have been in the room while she was on the Zoom call. Because you can't handle simple shit like sit there and be quiet, clearly. Right? That's number one. Number two, when you heard the discussion about drugs, rather than being an adult, you decided, oh, I'm 12, so I'm going to think talking about adult shit is funny. Now, please note, ladies and gentlemen, drugs are not a joke. I'm not here to judge anybody or tell you how to live your life, but I'd say if you haven't started doing it, don't. And if you already do it, that's as long as you're not addicted to anything, that's on you, right? There's nothing like I quite literally everybody's life is their own. Don't do drugs, kids. That's just point blank point period. But like everybody's life is their own, right? So if you are grown, she's clearly functional enough to go to school, and you're doing the drugs with her, how are you one to decide what is unethical? And yes, if that information just so happens to be passed on to her superiors via somebody else, not you, and not in that way. This is one of those looks that beyond all reasonable doubt requires lashes, and I don't fucking have any. Y'all know how I do the split perspective thing where I'm like, oh, we're gonna sit here and try and figure out like both sides to the story, right? Wrong, not today, because bro, why? What was even your point in doing that? Like, what did you think would happen? Did you think she was gonna turn around and be like, haha, great one, babe? Like, what? She's on a meeting with a supervisor, a superior at that. So even if she wanted, let's say she wanted to change her mind and do something else, she literally can't. Like, you took that from her because you wanted to be judge and jury as if you're any better than her, as if you don't also do the drugs. Now, once again, friends, I say this in all seriousness. Don't do drugs, kids. For real, for real. It's not a joke. Like, don't do it. But then again, to each their own, okay? But please don't. There's really two things that this story like boils down to. The first thing is maturity. He has none. He's not at all mature. In fact, I'm almost, when I said like, oh, and again, like, oh no, he's 12. I'm almost positive he's 12. Somebody should probably call somebody. He's 12. How do you, and also, just me having a moment. You're on drugs. He says they do mushrooms 4 times a year casually. I know nothing of mushrooms or how to do them casually or otherwise, so don't call me. But you do mushrooms. That's not exactly weed, bro. That's not your everyday psychedelic. That's to even like, why you put her business out there like that? Why you put her business out there like you're not, like, that's the part that gets me, is you're doing the drugs with her. Like, you don't just watch her do drugs. It'd be one thing if you were like in the program with her and you were like, oh, I don't think you're suitable to do this, or if you had some form of authority over the situation other than you just being like, oh, haha, she's lying. Bitch, okay. Story time. I used to work for this company, we'll just call it that. It was a home health aid company. Like, you go to old people's houses, you take care of them. For legal reasons, clearly, I'm pretty sure I'm not allowed to talk about everything. You know, I can't give names or anything like that. But I worked there. I lied like fresh hell on my resume. Like, lied. And then I later on realized I didn't have to lie. For other reasons. So, but I lied like fresh hell. Okay? And sometimes you gotta lie to get the job. You gotta lie to get around. It just be like that. So you talking about her like, oh, like I just thought it was funny. Like, I was doing it to be funny. What part of mess is fucking with somebody's bag is funny? Not even their bag, their livelihood. Like, their livelihood for real. Not like, oh, this is my travel money. This money. No, like this is her future. You could have potentially for real messed up her future and would have been like, oh, but haha though. Oh, but LOL though. I hope she dumped you for real. Like, I wish the best for all people most of the time. This time I hope she dumps you for real. Honestly, truly, factually. I hope she leaves you right then and there. I hope that when you try to talk to her later, she punches you in the nuts and then dips. I dip, you dip, we dip, like for real. Like, that's what I want. Because what the hell is wrong with you? I saw a lot of people in the comments and stuff saying like, oh, it would be helpful if more people were like her and in the very least had experienced doing drugs. Because it's really hard. it's really hard to take advice. Lord, what's going on with this? Whatever. It's hard to take advice from somebody on how to stop doing drugs or on how to get sober or clean when they've never done the thing that you're talking about. They don't understand it. They know nothing of it really other than like how it works, I guess. They don't understand. Now, granted, I wouldn't start doing drugs to relate to somebody. That's not where it's at. But if you have done drugs and you can relate, then that's probably helpful. So if anything, yeah, you knew she was lying and you probably don't know anything about her actual field other than what she tells you, because clearly you yourself must not work in the field because you have clearly have not been subjected to these questions, and if you have, you lied. Also, you got the job. Like he said in one of the later threads when people were chastising him, you have a job. You work. You work every single day. Whether you work a 9 to 5, a 3 to 12, however the fuck you work, you work. You trying to tell me that this conversation doesn't apply to you? If it doesn't apply to you, and it does apply to her, why did you give your opinion in the first place? Why did you open your mouth to the discussion in the first place when this doesn't apply to you at all? Quite literally, you didn't have to say anything to anybody. I'm going to wrap up my face, finish this video after I contour and all that good stuff. Y'all really don't need to see how I contour my face. I do it the same way every time. So I will be back with, we'll see how this works. I'll be back. Not the bang. Not bang, sorry. So this is basically the finished look. I know I look like Tina Turner, but like, I don't hate it. It's taken me like 2 days to grow to enjoy any part of this wig, because when I'm not wearing makeup, oh boy, it's rough. But with makeup, it's a look. I like it. I don't hate it anymore. Okay, so what are we talking about? Oh, this dumbass. Is he an asshole? Yes. Short answer. Pretty quick one too, because dude, you're fucking 12. Like, what's wrong with you? How can you? And it's crazy because like you really hit her with the holier than thou, whatever, however the phrase is. You really hit her with the like, oh, it's unethical. It's unethical, so on and so forth. You know how many counselors and like quite literally, like, you know how many people help people who have been through what they've been through? She might not be addicted, but in the very least, she knows how it feels. She knows what it's like to be high and come down. She can help somebody. I think you're just dumb. Cause like, and I know that's very like, oh, it's very presumptuous, but like you don't have anything better to do. Pick up a book. Go take out the trash. Clean a dish. I don't know, like watch TV. Go to a different room. Why would you do that? Like, what was the point of you doing that? What was the point of you outwardly trying to embarrass her? Like, what did you get from that? One last girlfriend, I guess. I hope. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I make videos on Tuesdays and Fridays. Please subscribe. I am so grateful for the 100 subscribers. I hope that we can grow a lot this year and have a great before and after of a lot of things. Look forward to my next video. So, bye, y'all. I was singing. The Lord was like, shut up. God was like, hush. All right. That's funny. Bye.